getting leads in your coaching business is the number one activity that you need to do. And there's a number of different ways to do that, such as ebooks, master classes, live events. You can speak on other people's stages. But what I like to do is virtual events where we actually create an offer and we're going to say, I'm going to teach you something during this one-day event, or I'm going to show you a process or a framework over the course of 5 days, like a framework for getting leads, a framework for running ads, a framework for writing copy. And then you help that person. Let's say you teach people how to publish books using artificial intelligence, or how to publish a recipe book. What you would do is you would walk somebody through your process, through your framework during the virtual event. And this is one of the best ways to get leads, because you're able to teach your methodology. You're able to get better at selling, sales, persuasion, the ability to actually connect with your prospects and lead people to buy from you. And so it allows you to build trust with people if they show up for a virtual event and they're on there for 3 days or 5 days, or let's say you just do it for an hour or two on an afternoon on a Saturday, where you connect with people. They sign up, they say, okay, I'm going to be here at a certain time. I'm going to show up at 11 a.m. on Saturday, and we're going to work together for 2 hours on this specific topic. Okay? And then in that, you would reframe their vision back to them. Whatever your prospect's ultimate outcome that they want, you want to constantly be reminding them of that, to build that trust and that desire, and to show them that this is a path for you to actually get that outcome. That by you being here, you're going to get that outcome. And you frame that in people's minds in the first part of your virtual event to get them ready for what's actually going to be trained. You then provide practical training, and don't be afraid to give away too much. Whatever you can kind of give away in that hour is great, but you want to reframe their limiting beliefs that they might have about what's possible for them, beliefs that they might have about what they can do, what they can accomplish. You want to reframe those. So again, back to the mindset, you're creating a mental foundation where they're ready to be sold, where they're actually not just like, you're not just going to sell to them, you're just going to present to them the opportunity that you have for sale. And when you build up an atmosphere of somebody's desires and casting that vision, and they trust you, and you build trust with people, you can ask them to buy anything from you. And the ones that are targeted prospects, the ones that actually are the right prospects, will buy. Okay? Now, this has to do with your messaging. This has to do with knowing how to create ads. This has to do with you knowing what to write in your copy and actually creating an offer that's desirable to people. And that's what I coach people on how to do. I got a number of podcast episodes, YouTube videos. I do daily videos almost here on my social media. But I want to stress to you that if you want to grow your email list, you're a coach, you're a course creator, live virtual events is the best way to do that. You'll see me running a couple different virtual events on my platform, and we're coaching a number of our clients through their virtual events. They're making $5,000, $10,000, $40,000 in 1 month. My client, Dawn, Joshua, Nathan, Rick, $1 million in 1 month. These are results that virtual events can do for you. Whether you just want to make a little bit of money as a coach or a course creator or a trainer or a mentor, or you want to make a lot, is by gathering the people that might potentially be the right prospect for you, and you create offers that pique their desire, that connect with what their desires are. You connect to the desire of your prospect, and you say, I'm going to give you all of your dreams if you sign up for this. Literally, you want them to think that every dream that they have to accomplish that's related to the thing that you do, that they will now possess that by simply joining your virtual event. You want them to believe that. You need to build up that level of belief to where they're so excited to learn, to be there, and then you reiterate that right back to them, that belief. What is that desire? What is that outcome that they're going to get? You remind them of that when they're on your event. And then that sets the stage for you to actually sell to people without having to be slimy, without having to be sleazy, without having to manipulate people, because you can, I'm crossing the street here, because you can actually say, this is what I have to offer. You've already said you want this outcome. This is going to produce that outcome. I promise you this is going to be the best chance that you have to get that outcome. Here's the link, sign up. And you're not trying to convince anybody. You're not trying to make somebody feel guilted into buying from you. The ones that are the right ones, they're going to connect energetically with you on that. And they're going to say, wow, this is what I've been looking for. Wow, this is what I've been searching for. Wow, I was hoping that something like this would come across my feed. And they'll buy from you. And so running virtual events, hopping on Zoom live with people is the best thing that you can do. The only reason that people don't do this is they're afraid of not knowing how to run the event. They're afraid of it not producing results. Or they're lazy and they're trying to do things an easier way by just posting content. I'm telling you, this is easier than posting content. This is easier than creating quizzes. This is easier than creating ebooks and all that. Is literally you just tell people, show up at this specific time on Zoom and let's talk about this topic, and then you will get people to buy from you. And that's what I help people do, is to create their offers, to come up with their messaging, to come up with their signature talk, to mentor them, to help them out of their fears, out of their worries, out of their, hesitancies, these hesitations that you have as to why you won't write your copy, as to why you won't build your landing page, as to why you're nervous to actually get people in front of you to sell to them. Those are mindset issues, 100%. Those aren't strategy issues. Those have to do with mentally you are afraid to do this. You are afraid, or you're prideful. You say, oh, that's below me. I'm not going to do that. That's below me, whatever. Get over yourself, sell, get rich, and make a ton of money. And that's what we help people do. So make sure to check out the podcast, the Grow Your Life podcast. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel. And make sure to check out one of the next live virtual